Hello again, fourth graders. In today's skill, we are using factors to find equivalent fractions. This is a helpful skill, you know, using the factors to simplify or to find equivalent fractions. Because is it easier to work with smaller numbers or bigger numbers? And the answer is definitely working with smaller numbers. So if I take, for example, 3/12, yes, I can multiply 3 and 12 by any same factor and find an equivalent fraction. But for sure, I can have an easier way um, with a simplified fraction. So if we look again at 3/12, what are the factors of 3? The factors of 3 are just 3 times 1. Okay. What about 12? Can I get 12? Is 12 a multiple of 3? Can I get 12 from 3? Okay, so 3, 1 time is 3. 3, 2 times is 6. Okay, 6 is definitely something I can get to 12. So 3, 3 times is 9. 3, 4 times is 12. So yes, I can get 12 from 3. So I would need 3 4 times to get 12. Both 3 and 12 have a common factor. They have the same factor. So 3/12 is actually a multiple or an equivalent fraction of 1/4. Oh, 1/4 is much easier to work with than 3/12. It's less pieces. I don't need to partition it as much as 12. The fourth, I don't need to partition it as much as 12. So yeah, working with 1/4, that's much easier fraction to find equivalent fractions from it. So I can say I can take 1/4 and multiply 1 and 4 by 2. So that gives me 2 pieces of eighths. That's one equivalent fraction. I can multiply 1/4 by 4. I get 4 pieces of 16th. Even if I multiply 1/4 by 3, so the 1 and the 4, I multiply them by 3. It doesn't mind if I multiply them on the left side or the right side. What's important is I use the same number. It has to be the same number to the numerator and the denominator. And I get 3. If I multiply by 3, I would get 3 pieces of 12. So using factors is another way you can find equivalent fractions. Okay, so let's say we have 7/49. Would you want to multiply 7 and 49 by 3, for example? Or let's see if we can simplify it. Yes, 7 times 3, that's 21, but I still have to figure out what's 49 times 3. So let's look at the factors between 7 and 49. And we know that 7 is just 7 times 1, and 49 is 7 times 7. So 7/49 is actually equivalent to 1/7. Huh. If we go back to the top, would you rather multiply 7 times 3 and 49 times 3, or 1/7 and multiply 1/7 by, let's say, 3 and 3? I think you know the answer, right? This one for sure is much easier to find the equivalent fractions than this one. So we call this process simplifying the fraction, making it more simple. So it's less pieces, less partition. Okay, less pieces and less partitions. So 3 times 1 is 3. 7 times 3 is 21. I can go back to, you don't have to multiply this. You can go back to the 1/7. So, okay, let's try 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42, if you know. So, so using factors and seeing if there's same factors between the numerator and the denominator is another way you can find equivalent fractions. Last but not least, the easiest ones that you can use the factors to find equivalent fractions are fractions with zeros in the ones, or if they end the numbers with zeros. Those are very easy to find the factors, because anything that ends with 0 is just multiplying it by 10, right? So 10 times what gives us 30? We would need 3. And what about 600? 10 times 60, that would give us 600. So 30 600th is a multiple, and it's equivalent to 3/60th, right? And if you're seeing what I'm seeing too, the 3 and the 6, they're related, right? Because we know that 3 2 times becomes 6, right? So if we take 3/60th and divide, or break it into multiplication, like 3 times a number and 3 times a number, we'll see that 3 times 1 gives us 3, and 3 times 6 is 2, so 3 times 20 would give us 60. So 1/12, or 1/20th, excuse me, is another equivalent fraction. Okay? Using simpler fractions is uh, more helpful to you if you can find them, to create equivalent fractions from them, because it's less pieces and less partitions. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful to you. You know that I got your back. If you have questions, come to me. You can ask me on Monday, on Tuesday. You can send me messages, but I'm here for you guys, and I want you to do well and master 4th grade standards. Okay, I'll see you next time.